Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and today we are watching episode 18 of season 6 of Supernatural. So I'm excited to get back to it. Where are we at? Last time was interesting. Last time was a Heaven Civil War focused episode, I guess. We've talked about it, how there are many different storylines in the season. And yeah, last time we focused on the situation in heaven. The world was strange. Very strange. There was a lot of stuff that didn't make sense, and it turned out it was because Balthazar was sent back. We found out later it was on Castiel's orders. He was sent back to unsink the Titanic. And that had a lot of, pile-on effects, where, for instance, Joe and Ellen were alive, and the boys were not driving an Impala. They were driving a Mustang, and lots of different changes like that. It was a good episode. It was an entertaining episode. It was a very comedic episode. And like I've said many times, I really appreciate when Supernatural does comedy because I think it does it really well. And at the end, we had a chat with Castiel because I don't trust Castiel. I think that Castiel is in a situation much like Sam was with Ruby, in that, he thinks he's doing a good thing here, but I don't think he is. I think he's misguided, and he thinks he knows best, just like Sam did. I mean, he comes from a good place. I understand Castiel. I don't want to say way more, but it's slightly more understandable, this attempt to go his own way or whatever, to do something that might not be very smart, but he's trying it anyway. It's tiny bit more understandable coming from him compared to Sam, when Sam was doing demon work, because Castiel is in a very strange situation if you think about it. I don't know how old angels are. I don't know how old. The archangels should be older than angels, right? I don't think angels live, they have a lifespan. I think that all angels, even archangels or regular angels, no matter what kind of angel, I think they're immortal. But have they all been around? What I'm trying to get at is, I don't know how old Castiel is. That's a whole different conversation. How old is the universe in Supernatural? Is the universe 13 point whatever billion years as it is in our universe? How long was God by himself? Did he make all the angels straight away? Did God go on an angel making spree and then he stopped? And there hasn't been any new angels since then? I don't know any of these questions. But I get the feeling that Castiel is very, very old. And for all of his life, maybe that's not an appropriate term for an angel. Maybe they don't have lives. Whatever. For all of his life, he has been following orders. And now he is free. Now, they've gone back to this. They've mentioned this many times in the season. Balthazar did last episode, about how there are no more rules now. You're not allowed to just go back in time and undo history and change fate and alter destiny. And well, you can do that now. There is no more rules anymore. And when you've lived for thousands upon thousands of years adhering strictly to these rules, never questioning, because that's what faith is about. Faith is about not questioning. It's about blindly believing. And then all of a sudden you start questioning, and then all of a sudden you start making your own decisions. Yeah, it's understandable that he would go a bit awry, that he would sidestep, or what's the word I'm looking for? That he would stray, basically. That he would stretch the boundaries too far because he's never been in this situation before. Of course, I might be wrong. And the fact that we're this deep into the season and we haven't gotten any admission, or like the fact that we haven't seen Crowley again since episode 10, when he ostensibly burned up, when he ostensibly died. Like, I'm starting to second guess myself a bit. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, because Castiel is acting fishy. And that might just be because he's doing things that he's not proud of. He's doing things like what he did in the previous episode, where he sent Balthazar back in time in order to undo the sinking of the Titanic. And maybe that's why he's acting so, I want to say ashamed, because that's what it feels like. It feels like he's ashamed of what he's doing, but maybe it doesn't stretch as far as I imagine it does, you know? Anyways, let's find out what happens next. Before we get started, though, I just quickly want to mention the Patreon. On the Patreon, I am 8 episodes ahead, which is 4 weeks. The episodes are also uncut, not edited down like here on YouTube, so if that's something that interests you, feel free to check it out. Link in the description down below. With that said, let's get into episode 18 of season 6 of Supernatural. Sunrise. 1861. That's a while ago. Is this a ghost story? So stereotypical. Oh, Dean is the sheriff. It is Dean, right? There's not some sort of like doppelganger ancestor or something, like someone who looks like him. Like an old Winchester. No, it's gotta be Dean. Oh, what's this? Oh, I recognize it. So we're going back in time.
Look, it's here somewhere. I know it. Help me with this.
Back at the Campbell's hideout.
Well, I'll be damned.
No, don't be. Because that's a literal thing that can happen in this world. I don't know, I'm having trouble talking today.
All right, what are we looking for? Well, anything that'll put a run in Dr. Mom's stockings.
How about just grab everything and dump it in the car and bring it with you? Because, I mean, the Campbells are done, you know? They're not really going to come back for this stuff, so bring it yourselves.
The ashes of a phoenix can burn the mother.
The mother?
That sounds really promising. 1860, that's the right year, right?
Gun killed a phoenix today, left a pile of smoldering ash.
Really? Whose gun?
Sounds very promising.
Colt's.
Ooh, Colt. Even more promising.
What?
Nice.
His?
Can't believe that, what's his face? That Samuel had that.
Did he say where he tracked it? No.
All right, so I guess we gotta find one of our own.
That's such a frustrating thing about documentation. How people who document things are often poor at it because they assume knowledge that not everyone has.
1861, Sunrise, Wyoming. We'll Star Trek for this bitch.
I have not seen that, but I'm assuming we're gonna go back in time.
Time travel. That's a reasonable plan. We got a guy who can swing it.
If he wants to help.
Come on, Cass. I dream of Jeannie your ass down here pronto. Please.
Oh, it worked. Oh, wait, you're not Cass.
Rachel, I understand you need some assistance. How can I help you?
That's clever, Rachel, because angel names end with EL. Rachel.
I'm sure your issue is very important, but Castiel is currently commanding an army.
Yes, please hold.
Look, I don't know who you think you are.
I'm his friend.
But you think we're not?
I think you call him when you need something.
Kind of guilty of that, yeah.
Entitled little piece
Rachel.
Castiel has white knights. That's adorable.
Wow.
I imagine Castiel feels a huge debt of gratitude. Dean set him free, basically. The boys set him free.
You only have 24 hours. Best be expressed as a series of partial differential equations.
Yeah. Aim lower.
What was that look? As in, yeah, I'll understand, but I mean, this guy's stupid, so, you know.
We are going native. Gotta blend in.
Oh yeah, much in the same way with what's it called? Back to the Future. He looked really it looked really wrong. Oh no, that's not right. You're way too colorful.
Now, is it customary to wear a blanket?
It's a poncho.
It's a serape.
Okay, serape. You're going to Wyoming, not Mexico.
See you at high noon tomorrow. Partner.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, good lord.
Hey, we should try the saloon first. See what we get from the locals.
Sure, whatever, Sundays.
Think we'll have time to hit on the saloon barrels?
I don't think you want to. STDs and just, in general, very poor hygiene.
To execute justice upon Elias Finch for the murder of his own wife. Duly appointed.
Yeah, it was him. That's the guy that Dean was dueling in the intro.
You're gonna burn for this.
So is he the Phoenix?
Everyone in.
Because, I mean, he's looks like he's about to die.
So where do we find Samuel Colt?
No idea.
Ask around, I guess.
Nice blanket.
Yeah, and if you take it off, you're going to be way too clean for this environment, dude.
Marshall Eastwood.
Yeah, of course. Live your dreams, dude. Go on.
This here's, Walker.
Texas Ranger?
We're looking for a man.
I'll bet.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, nice shirt.
What's wrong with my shirt?
You're very clean.
Yeah, you don't fit in around these parts.
Might try asking Elkins over at the saloon. Been here longer than God.
Elkins, wasn't that the guy who had the gun when they first got the gun back, like way back when? Daniel Elkins, I want to say.
This is not awesome.
Enjoy a dose of reality, my friend.
He'll have a sarsaparilla.
Yeah, let's see it. Hopefully you won't get dysentery from it. Or something, I don't know, food poisoning.
Darla's
Yeah.
my best girl.
I bet she is. Good lord. Thank goodness for modern hygiene.
So much more germier than I pictured.
We're very lucky with the time we're currently living in.
Like gasoline.
Yeah, there he is, Mr. Finch, the Phoenix. Okay, so it is him.
It was a ghost.
It wasn't a ghost.
I am telling you, Elias Finch was here.
He was, and it wasn't the ghost.
Rope didn't kill him. Seen it before.
Well, you got no idea what...
Seen it before. Well, how do you explain the judge?
We're gonna form a posse, then we're gonna string Finch up right. Put a bullet in his head for good measure.
Didn't work first time around. Why would it work the second time around?
You know, maybe we're not looking for a flaming bird. Maybe the Phoenix is actually walking around in cowboy boots.
Yeah. Means never. Monsters are never literally monsters in Supernatural. It's always people with makeup, you know, or something. Or usually not even with makeup.
You go get the gun. Maybe you gotta go find them and make history. I'll stay here, hook up with the posse, because you know me. I'm a posse magnet.
Ha ha. Very clever. You're so mature, dude.
Look, the problem is, Colt's 20 miles outside of town. How am I supposed to get there and back before noon?
It's good to see, though, because, like, their lives are usually such hellholes. It's awful, usually, so, like, it's nice that he gets to have some fun.
This actually feels all right.
All right,
Go on, Sam.
You bet, I'm good.
You're doing fine. Yeah, you need a big horse for him. Oh man, the angle, the color. Are you? It's not dawn yet. You're running away, Sheriff? That's it for him.
Castiel, I've been hearing things.
Oh yeah?
Just tell me if it's true.
Do be more specific. Please. Please.
Your dirty little secret.
For God's sakes, woman. Specificity.
I don't have a choice.
What's the thing? What's the thing that he's doing that is so abhorrent? Sorry, Rachel. Wonder how many angels Castiel has killed at this point. That's not good. Oh no, that's even worse, actually. Yeah, here he is. Because I just realized that maybe now that he's injured, he's going to have a heck of a time getting the boys back.
Are we running or fighting?
We're...
Balls.
I love that catchphrase. Balls. The way he just kind of spits it out.
New hat. I look good.
Yeah, you do.
Sheriff stuff his nails. He'll be here.
No, he's dead. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's how Dean gets to be the sheriff. It's not just that, like, the sheriff is dead. It's the fact that the sheriff is, like... yeah, just dust. You know? He's just ashes.
Congratulations, Sheriff.
Thanks. I'm not freaking out, right? We did get the code originally from Daniel Elkins.
I've been looking for you, Colt.
Oh yeah? Why?
Might we be?
Oh, demons.
We know you built that Devil's Gate, Colt. So you're gonna...
Oh, he built... Why did he build it?
That's a shame. A damn shame.
Yeah. Spilled the booze.
Who's there?
Candy Cram for Mongo.
That's a Blazing Saddles reference, right?
Missed you at the posse this morning. That's 2 down and 1 to go.
Just let me go.
Were they the ones who actually killed his wife, Finch's wife or something? Because that's what they hung him for. Why else? I don't think he would be, like, petty enough to go for them just for hanging him. You have company, Mr. Colt.
Hunter from the year 2011.
Prove it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That works.
All right. That's it. Well, when you've done this job as long as I have...
Yeah, don't question stuff too much. Or, like, I mean, it seems reasonable.
Phoenix, they exist. When you shoot one.
Yeah, they do.
Hours. If you say so. I don't. You do.
He didn't actually say that right, now that I think about it. Didn't it say that the gun killed a Phoenix today? It didn't say that Samuel was the one who actually did it.
I'm out. There's no getting out. It's worth
Yeah,
my
that's...
time. You're a hero.
That's your experience, at least.
Its ashes are the only thing that can kill the monster I'm hunting. Either you're coming with me, or I need the gun.
What gun?
The gun.
The gun. The Colt.
You go put on a few more miles and come back and we'll talk.
Trust me, I've got plenty of mileage.
I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah. I mean, he has, what, like 150 years of hell under his belt? Doesn't remember it, but still.
I've given my whole life to this.
So has Sam, since he was born.
It looked like you went 12 rounds with Truckosaurus. What happened?
I
was killing my lieutenant.
Because we got less than an hour before you pick up the kids at Frontierland.
I can't.
Call in another Halo who can get the job done.
I can't.
Why not?
It's got to be something that can juice you up.
Come on, Balthazar should be able to do it.
There is one thing that might work. It's your soul. I need you to let me touch it.
Okay.
And the catch is...
What's it? Yeah, exactly. What's it gonna do to Bobby? Is it gonna shorten his life, or?
I have to do it.
I don't know.
Or you'll explode.
Okay. That sounds risky.
Why's he gunning for you anyway?
I guess you missed the part where we hung him?
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Like, if he's a Phoenix, he knows he's gonna come back from it, so why care?
Do a thing like Finch, that's no big whoop.
Exactly. Thank you, Dean. Hey there, partner.
Just like you couldn't break those cuffs when they strung you up.
Oh, can he only burn? Oh.
Iron shackles.
Iron. Of course. It's always iron or silver.
You know what this son of a bitch did?
I'm guessing he killed your wife.
I go into the bank for 5 minutes. I come out, she's gone. Had her pinned in the alley. I go to stop him. He pulls his gun, shoots me, then her.
Frontier justice, I guess, but well deserved.
I saved the best for last.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. He's very kind with his words here, Mr. Finch. Had her pinned in the alley. There's a lot behind that statement. Okay, good.
They're coming.
Yeah, exactly. Just because he can torch him with a touch, that doesn't mean he has to. There's also guns.
Sam, come on.
Nice. So a high noon showdown with Dean and the Colt.
All right, come on, go.
2 minutes left. Yikes.
Just don't explode me.
We'll do our best. And here we are, back at the intro.
Get out here, Finch! What are you doing?
He's living his dream. Let him have it. Oh, it looks like we're cutting it really close. Oh, with the flourish. I think he actually might be happy about that, because now he doesn't have to live without his woman, and he killed everyone who was part of it. Holy crap, Castile. That's close. So what now? Is it going to be another Back to the Future thing where Colt sends them a package?
Oh, we screwed the boat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here we go. Here's the delivery.
Is there a Sam Winchester here?
Who's asking?
I'm wondering.
This is nuts.
I'm wondering how Colt got the address and like the date.
It's from a Samuel Colt?
Yeah, boy. That was awesome.
That's mine. Great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sign here for delivery, dude. Oh, that's rude. Oh, right, the phone. The magic brick. Or glowing brick, or whatever, what he called it.
And I thought the enclosed might come in handy. Regards, Samuel Colt.
His handwriting was immaculate.
You know what this means?
That's remarkable.
You get a colonoscopy for nothing. Yes, and means we take the fight to her.
Sure, I'm on board. Okay, that was episode 18 of season 6 of Supernatural, and that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. There was a lot of funny parts to this episode, particularly around Dean and his like realizations that the actual Wild West wasn't the way he imagined it to be, because we are essentially living in the best time ever to be alive. There hasn't really been a time that's been better. It's also lucky for Sam and Dean that they were both white men, because like women and minorities, you would not have had as much fun in that case. One thing that I guess I don't super appreciate really is how every monster that they run into is basically human. human with some extra stuff. Like, for instance, in this case, there was nothing external to show us that he was a phoenix. It was just that he could lay hands on people and burn them. And in other cases, it is something physical, but it's like you can turn it on and off, like with demons with the black eyes or vampires with the retractable fangs, for instance. There are werewolves and stuff, but I don't think we've ever seen a werewolf, right? It's always just only been hinted at. There's never been like a shot of a werewolf in the show, which I can get on board with that. That's okay with me. I don't need to see it, because when you show it, you run the risk of not being impressive enough to live up to whatever expectation the audience might have. And I realize that it's like, it's probably both a concern that, not showing means not committing to anything, and it's also a budgetary concern. Like, they don't have the money to do it right or whatever. I'm okay with it. I wish there were more variation, I guess. There's tons of variation in monsters, but they're always just like people with some makeup. I mean, there were the skin changes, but they don't really count, There were never any transitions. There were never ever any like hybrid stages in between or something. It was just like a person and then it was a dog instead. This episode was huge in one aspect, though. We got somewhat confirmation that Castiel is up to something. It's not definite confirmation yet of the thing I think, the thing with Crowley, that Crowley and Castiel are secretly working together. But it is confirmation that he is doing morally grey things or something. He's not... Yeah, he's doing shady stuff. That's for sure. And like, we've suspected this, but now we have Rachel confronting him about it. And she was very annoyingly non-specific. But I'm okay with it. I mean, we are closing in on the end. There is 4 episodes left, right? Yeah, 4. So we should get into it shortly. At most, there's 2 episodes left before we address it, because I don't think it's going to be addressed and dealt with in the final episode. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's actually up to, if it is what I think, and what the reaction will be. Like, is Castiel going to actually become our enemy? That would be outrageous, but it would also be a very neat twist. Bobby was great in this episode. Didn't have much of a role in it, but that dude is so awesome. I love him. I love his catchphrase. He has like 2. It's idiots and balls. I love the way he says that. The way he just spits it out. All in all, this was a really enjoyable episode. I mean, I do really enjoy when Supernatural goes themed, and this was really themed. What's up? Okay, Puppy wants to go out. So, what else? I mean, we have the Phoenix Ashes now. That was a really nice twist. I think there was several references here to, there was one definite reference to Blazing Saddles, which I've checked out on the channel as well. And there were several references to, Back to the Future. So next move should be to, go look for Eve, I guess. It's just a question of how do we use the ashes? That's actually a good question. Do we inject it with dead man's blood? But it's ashes. You would have to dilute it with water or something in that case, right? Or do we just throw it at her? With salt? Or holy water? We don't really throw salt, but holy water? I don't know. Oh well, we'll find out when we get to it. But that is it for today. I thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, however, do take care of yourselves, and peace out.